everyone, Anthony Ruffalo, certified financial planner here. I was at a barbecue over the weekend and I was talking with a friend who's been watching my videos, and he said he was feeling a little discouraged about saving for retirement and some of the numbers that I have been kind of throwing out there. He's 40 years old, he's been working since he's 25, and he's been putting money away diligently in his 401k. So I said, well, why are you frustrated? What are you looking at? And he's got roughly $200,000 saved at age 40. And I said, well, don't worry. You're almost at the inflection point. The 401k inflection point that's where the magic starts to happen. And what is the inflection point? The inflection point is when your rate of return, the interest or your rate of return that you're earning in your 401k outpaces or is bigger than what you can contribute. So let me put some numbers to that. In 2019, you can contribute $19,000 to your 401k. If you are under age 50, that is the employee maximum that you can put into your 401k. Now, in order for your interest to be larger than your contribution, that means you'd need to earn 7% on $271,000. So if you're not at that inflection point yet, don't worry. You're getting there. You're getting close. Once you hit 271 and you're maxing your 401k out and you're earning a hypothetical 7% rate of return, then that's where the magic happens. I think we've all heard Einstein's quote. Compounding interest is one of the most powerful forces in the world. He who understands it profits from it, and he who doesn't pays it. So in a 401k, when you hit your inflection point, your money all of a sudden starts doubling at a rate of about every 6 or 7 years. So the first half, or the front 9, you have to do the heavy lifting. You got to get money into your plans. You got to fight tooth and nail and get the money into your plans. And honestly, your rate of return, your first 10, 12, 15 years of putting money in your 401k it's important. You can't neglect it, but it's not that important. What's important is that you get money into your plan. Then once you hit your inflection point, which is 271, that's at a hypothetical 7% rate of return, you're compounding and you're growing significantly faster. That's when you really pay attention to your rates of return. And that's where the magic happens. The magic happens on the back 9. So it may take you 15 years to get $270-something thousand saved, but all of a sudden, because of the compounding interest and your contributions, now it starts doubling every 5 or 6 years. And on the back half, or the back 9, so to speak, now you're gonna the 250 is gonna be 500, and that 500 is gonna be $1 million, and then that million's gonna be $2 million, and so on and so forth. The longer the time horizon that you have because of the compounding interest. So in my example, I use a 7% hypothetical rate of return. That is, so where do I get my hypothetical rates of return? Well, if you were invested in the S&P 500 index, the total return with dividends from 1965 to 2018, that was a 9.7% rate of return. Now, I dial it back just to be a little bit more on the conservative side, and I say 7%. So I use 7% in a lot of my hypothetical examples because I think that is a reasonable assumption for a return. Hopefully, we do better than that. Obviously, investing, there are no promises, there are no guarantees. So I give you the example about the 401k inflection point to encourage you to keep saving. Don't be discouraged by some of the big numbers that you may see that you need to get to. Once you run those illustrations and you look on in the later years, year 25, year 30, year 35, when the compounding interest is really kicking in and doing the heavy lifting, then all of a sudden the savings goals seem much, much more attainable. Thanks for listening. If you want to look at any of my other planning videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and thanks for stopping by.